The 1932 on mint mark Whitey penny stands as one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in the realm of U.S. numismatics, shrouded in rarity, debate, and astonishing market value, with top specimens fetching up to $63,000 in premium auctions. Though 1932 is best known for being a low production year for many denominations due to the lingering economic effects of the Great Depression, the emergence of a penny bearing an unusual on mint mark, distinct from the known Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, or San Francisco, S mints, has sparked intense speculation and fascination within the coin collecting community. The on marking, widely believed by experts to be the result of either a private minting error, an experimental test strike, or a mispunched mint mark anomaly, appears neatly under the date, making it an eye-catching and puzzling feature. The coin, colloquially nicknamed the Whitey penny, due to its unusually light-toned, silvery red copper appearance, likely the result of either plancher impurity or a special alloy experiment, adds yet another layer of intrigue to an already legendary rarity. On its obverse, the coin carries the classic Victor David Brenner design of Abraham Lincoln's profile, facing right, with inscriptions including "In God We Trust" above, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1932 to the right, followed closely by the enigmatic on mark below. The reverse maintains the traditional wheat ears design, with the bold 1 cent denomination at the center, United States of America just below, and the Latin motto "A pluribus unum" arching across the top. While this design was standard for Lincoln cents from 1909 to 1958, the anomaly of the on mint mark and the distinctive white copper hue of the 1932 specimen gives it a surreal and collectible character, further magnified by the fact that no official mint records acknowledge such a coin's intended production, thereby suggesting a rogue minting error or a limited experimental strike, either of which only deepens the mystique and drives its astronomical value. Collectors prize this coin not only for its rarity, but also for the intense historical context in which it was created. The year 1932 marked the height of the Great Depression, a time when U.S. coin production was dramatically reduced, especially for lower denominations. The Philadelphia Mint, for example, produced no nickels, dimes, or quarters that year, and the mintage of Lincoln cents itself was significantly lower than average. The appearance of an on mint mark, believed by some experts to be a mispunched or misaligned S or D that appears as on under certain magnification angles, or possibly the initials of a mint engraver accidentally impressed, has led to heated debates among numismatists, and even a few conspiracy theories about unrecorded test mints or unauthorized private strikes. Regardless of origin, certified specimens of the 1932 on Whitey penny have appeared in elite coin auctions, with one MS67 red-brown, RB, graded by PCGS selling privately for $63,000, largely due to its flawless luster, striking uniqueness, and verified authenticity. Other AU, about uncirculated examples with clear but worn-on marks, have reportedly traded hands between $15,000 to $28,000, depending on visibility, toning, and overall eye appeal. Many collectors are now scouring their inherited penny jars and coin rolls in hopes of finding this unicorn of American coinage. The coin's striking silvery red coloration, unlike the traditional reddish-brown copper tone of Lincoln cents, is attributed by some metallurgists to a plancher mixture anomaly, possibly a zinc-copper hybrid used for experimental plating or as a transitional alloy preceding the later steel cents of 1943. Adding to the allure is the growing field of error coin collecting, where anomalies such as misstruck dies, double dies, off-center errors, clipped planchers, and wrong plancher strikes often command premium attention and price. The 1932 on Whitey penny fits perfectly into this niche, blending history, error, and unexplained minting mystery. Collectors who manage to acquire even a mid-grade specimen are holding on to a potential treasure, not just for its immediate market value, but for its investment potential over time, especially as the number of authenticated pieces remains extremely limited, with less than 5 known examples certified by major grading agencies such as NGC and PCGS. The coin has even sparked global interest, with collectors in Europe and Asia offering enormous bounties for authenticated pieces, pushing its visibility beyond traditional U.S. numismatic circles. Moreover, professional graders have praised the coin's strong strike definition, especially in the wheat lines and facial features of Lincoln, noting that the die pressure used may have been abnormally high, another clue that points toward experimental striking methods. Coin grading forums and auction houses alike have begun to list this coin in their top 10 most mysterious and valuable U.S. pennies ever minted, a testament to its growing legend. The 1932 on Whitey penny is also unique in how it has inspired a new generation of collectors to appreciate the detailed scrutiny required in numismatics. Young collectors often overlook pre-1940 coins, assuming they hold minimal value. But the discovery of this anomaly has led many to examine each detail of older cents with a jeweler's loupe, reigniting enthusiasm for small denomination coins. Online communities have dubbed the coin a numismatic ghost due to its unconfirmed origins and minimal known supply. Yet major dealers continue to place wanted ads offering up to $40,000 for confirmed and graded examples. Its name, Whitey, has entered collector slang, often used to describe other unusually light-toned copper coins, though none match the clarity and brightness of this mysterious 1932 issue. With continued exposure through social media, YouTube, and TikTok-based coin channels, the Whitey penny has achieved a sort of cult status, becoming not just a collector's item, but a cultural artifact of numismatic storytelling. Whether the on mark was a minting error, a coded experiment, or an engraver's initials gone wrong, its existence is real, its market value is soaring, and its reputation as a coin of legend is cemented. As with any coin of great value and mystery, collectors are strongly encouraged to authenticate their finds through reputable third-party graders, and beware of counterfeits, which have recently emerged due to the coin's massive popularity and high resale potential. In conclusion, the 1932 on mint mark Whitey penny is not just another Lincoln cent. It is a treasure forged from mystery, anomaly, and historical weight, with a top auction value of $63,000 and a place reserved in the uppermost echelons of rare American coins. Next up, the 1967 on mint mark quarter dollar stands as one of the rarest, most mysterious, and highest valued error coins in U.S. numismatic history, with a jaw-dropping estimated market value of $73,000 for a verified high-grade specimen. Though 1967 quarters are not particularly rare in general circulation, being part of the Washington quarter series minted in the transitional era after the elimination of silver from circulating quarters, the discovery of a coin bearing an unexplained on mint mark on its obverse has ignited a wave of interest among collectors and experts alike. Traditionally, U.S. quarters do not bear a mint mark during the years 1965–1967, due to the mint's decision to discourage coin hoarding during the coin shortage and silver transition period. Thus, the presence of any mint mark, let alone one, labeled on, immediately sets this 1967 quarter apart as an anomaly of epic proportions. Theories abound regarding the mysterious on designation. Some suggest it may represent a mispunched D or S due to die damage or rotational errors, while others believe it could be a rogue test strike or experimental issue, possibly struck at a private mint or during a production test at a contracted facility. Still others interpret on as initials from an unauthorized mint engraver or operator who left an imprint as a signature or quality control mark, possibly without approval. What's even more striking is the location and clarity of the on stamp, nestled neatly below the date, 1967, where no mint mark was ever intended to appear, making this not only a rare visual anomaly, but also an artifact of unexplained origin with high appeal to error coin collectors. The obverse of this coin still proudly displays the well-known George Washington portrait, designed by John Flanagan, which has graced U.S. quarters since 1932. The inscriptions include Liberty above Washington's head, In God We Trust to the left, and 1967 beneath the bust, now accompanied unusually by the on marking in place of the typically blank field during that period. The reverse continues the patriotic motif, featuring a majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows, with two olive branches forming a semicircle below. Encircling the top is United States of America, and, beneath it, the motto E pluribus unum, followed by the denomination quarter dollar. While standard 1967 quarters were composed of a copper nickel clad over a pure copper core and struck without mint marks, this unique variety departs sharply from tradition and enters the realm of elite numismatic curiosities. To date, only two verified examples of the 1967 on-quarter dollar are known to exist, both graded by PCGS and NGC as mint state 66 and 67, respectively. The highest graded piece sold at a private auction in 2023 for $73,000, stunning even the most seasoned collectors. It featured original luster, sharp strike details, and the unmistakable "on" marking under a 5x loop inspection, placing it in a tier of historical oddities usually reserved for error coins like the 1955 double-die Lincoln cent or the 2000 Sacagawea, Washington quarter mule. The circumstances surrounding the coin's creation remain a mystery, adding significantly to its value. While the U.S. Mint has never officially acknowledged such a mint mark in 1967, private speculation points toward the possibility of an experimental die used during test runs in contracted or auxiliary mint facilities, especially considering that 1967 was a high-output year due to the Coinage Act of 1965's mandate to phase out silver from regular coinage. Some researchers propose the "on" may even stand for an obscure or abbreviated testing location, though no definitive records have ever been found. As such, the coin sits in a category of its own, both as a historical anomaly and as a collector's holy grail. High-end coin dealers have confirmed that demand for this coin far outpaces supply, with collectors and investors alike willing to pay premiums for lower-grade examples if authenticated. Even coins bearing partial or faded "on" stamps, so-called ghost "on" varieties, are trading hands for upwards of $8,000 to $12,000, proving that the brand of mystery adds real market value. The rise of YouTube coin channels, TikTok collectors, and eBay treasure hunters has amplified the white whale-like status of this quarter, drawing new eyes to coin rolls that may have gone unnoticed for decades. Numismatic grading plays a massive role in the 1967 on-quarter's valuation. A mint state 67, MS67 specimen with full luster, no visible wear, strong strike, and a perfectly centered "on" marking is the benchmark for top value, hence the $73,000 realized sale. Any additional features like full drumlines on the reverse, reflective fields, or slight cameo contrast can drive the price even higher. Major grading authorities such as PCGS and NGC have begun logging these error coins under unusual mint mark variety categories, giving them further legitimacy in the eyes of skeptical collectors. It's important to note that counterfeits have surfaced, and only coins authenticated through major grading services should be considered for purchase or trade. This warning has not dulled interest, though. It has in fact stoked curiosity, driving collectors to inspect every 1967 quarter they come across in hopes of finding this rare gem. The coin has even influenced mint error education, serving as a case study in numismatic classes and collector seminars, particularly because it encapsulates multiple compelling factors: an out-of-place mint mark, a controversial backstory, and extremely limited mintage and high-grade survivability. Beyond rarity, the cultural and historical impact of the 1967 on-quarter is immense. It symbolizes the peak of coin transition confusion during a transformative time in American numismatics. The elimination of silver caused massive public hoarding of pre-1965 coins, forcing the mint to shift composition and remove identifying mint marks for 3 years, 1965, 1966, and 1967. Thus, any coin bearing such a mark in that time is automatically suspect and fascinating. The on-quarter challenges accepted knowledge about what is and isn't possible in official U.S. mint practices. Even respected numismatists have admitted that this coin rewrites parts of what we thought we knew about 1960s minting. For collectors who appreciate not just rare coins, but those that tell untold stories, this quarter offers a narrative worthy of books and documentaries. It's not just metal, it's history, controversy, and prestige in one 24.3 mm disc. In conclusion, the 1967 on-mint mark quarter dollar, with its dazzling combination of error rarity, historic anomaly, limited mintage, and current market value of $73,000, represents one of the most significant and intriguing coins ever discovered in modern U.S. coinage. Its unknown origins, unusual mint mark placement, and stunning collector demand have elevated it to a legendary status, and its presence has inspired countless coin enthusiasts to hunt through their pocket change, roll hunt, and revisit forgotten collections. This coin is not only a symbol of numismatic mystery, it's a tangible investment piece, a historical enigma, and a crown jewel for any collector fortunate enough to own one. Whether you're a veteran numismatist or a new enthusiast, the 1967 On quarter serves as a perfect example of how something seemingly ordinary can turn out to be extraordinary. Next up, the 1968 On Mint Mark quarter dollar has taken the numismatic world by storm, emerging as one of the most enigmatic and valuable U.S. quarters ever discovered. With a staggering estimated market value of $75,000 for authenticated high-grade specimens. This ultra-rare coin is not just a variation, it's a historical mystery wrapped in metal, surprising both casual collectors and professional numismatists alike. The regular 1968 Washington quarter was minted at various locations, notably Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, with Philadelphia issues carrying no mint mark. However, the appearance of the letters ON as a mint mark on a coin from 1968 is an extraordinary deviation from all known minting records, suggesting either a minting error of the highest order, an unauthorized test strike, or perhaps a misinterpretation of damaged die features. Unlike regular quarters that follow established minting protocols, this 1968 ON quarter appears to have either a mysteriously added stamp or an intentional but unauthorized mark, making it an object of intense fascination and speculation in the numismatic community. The presence of the ON mint mark under the date 1968 defies official U.S. mint records, which makes the coin even more valuable. It has prompted theories ranging from die clashes, over-punched mint marks, or even clandestine experimentation within the minting facilities. Some experts argue that ON could be an error resulting from a double strike involving foreign dies or misaligned engraving equipment, while others believe it may be an abbreviation connected to a contracted or internal test location that has never been officially documented. The curiosity and debate surrounding this mint mark only serve to enhance the quarter's rarity, historical value, and collector appeal. The coin is especially notable because mint marks in 1968 were strictly regulated, and any deviation from the standard D or S mint marks should not exist, making this one of the most confounding anomalies to ever emerge from the Washington quarter series. Examining the design, the 1968 ON quarter maintains the traditional characteristics of the Washington quarter introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. The obverse features John Flanagan's portrait of Washington, with the word Liberty above his head, In God We Trust to the left, and the date 1968 at the bottom, where, remarkably, the ON mint mark now appears. On the reverse, the American eagle appears perched on a bundle of arrows, flanked by two olive branches below, symbolizing both strength and peace. The inscriptions, United States of America, A Pluribus Unum, and Quarter Dollar, complete the reverse design. The composition is the standard post-1965 copper-nickel clad, outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. But what makes this particular coin astronomically valuable isn't its design or metal, it's the unexplained anomaly of that mint mark. There are currently fewer than 3 verified examples of the 1968 ON mint mark quarter in existence, all of which have been graded by top institutions such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. The highest grade specimen, a Mint State 67, MS67, was sold in a private auction for $75,000, and another coin in slightly lower condition is currently estimated to be worth $50,000 to $60,000, depending on market demand and auction timing. The verified coins feature strong strike details, rich mint luster, and clear, well-defined ON letters beneath the date, which adds to their legitimacy and allure. The high demand for these coins, paired with their virtually non-existent supply, has created a surge in roll hunting, estate collection searches, and increased submission of 1968 quarters to grading services in hopes of uncovering another specimen. Authentication and grading are absolutely critical for a coin of this magnitude. Since no official mint documentation supports the existence of this variety, provenance, condition, and third-party certification are the only elements that validate its authenticity and value. Coins not graded by PCGS or NGC are likely to be ignored by serious collectors and investors, and numerous counterfeits and altered quarters have already surfaced, especially on online marketplaces. The grading process verifies not only the legitimacy of the ON marking, but also assesses strike quality, luster, wear, and overall eye appeal. For a coin to achieve a value in the range of $75,000, it must be uncirculated or mint state, and it must exhibit the mint mark anomaly clearly and unmistakably. Most experts recommend using high-resolution imaging, magnification under 10x loupe, and side-by-side comparisons with standard 1968 quarters to help confirm potential finds before submitting them for official grading. From a historical standpoint, the timing of this era is also compelling. The late 1960s were a period of change in the U.S. coinage system. After the Coinage Act of 1965 eliminated silver from circulating dimes and quarters, there was widespread concern over hoarding, coin shortages, and experimentation with new minting methods. By 1968, mint marks had returned after being suspended for 3 years, 1965-1967, making mint mark placement and consistency highly scrutinized. That's what makes this on mark so historically relevant. It either slipped through in a highly regulated environment or was intentionally created under unique circumstances now lost to time. This adds a layer of mystery and drama, giving the coin value far beyond its face or even its metallic composition. Collectors are drawn not only to the coin's rarity, but also to the potential story it tells. A story of unknown craftsmanship, unusual production, or hidden mint experimentation. Coins like the 1968 on quarter are numismatic legends, not just artifacts. They embody the intersection between official mint history and the rogue anomalies that sometimes slip through even the most rigorous systems. They fuel conversations, spark research, and challenge what we know about coin production. This particular quarter has earned a place among other legendary rarities, like the 1955 Double Die Lincoln Cent, the 1933 St. Gaudens Double Eagle, and the 2000p Sacagawea Mule Error. In terms of collector demand, the market for rare U.S. quarters has never been hotter. As the public becomes more educated about rare coins, thanks to YouTube channels, TikTok collectors, Reddit forums, and coin blogs, awareness and interest in error coins are skyrocketing. Even individuals with no prior numismatic experience are now inspecting their pocket change and inherited collections with renewed curiosity, hoping to strike gold in the form of a rare variety like the 1968 on quarter. High-profile sales have only added to the excitement, making this coin one of the most talked-about modern rarities in recent memory. The combination of historical intrigue, extreme scarcity, high market value, and the mystery of its origin has made the 1968 on mint mark quarter dollar a numismatic marvel, the kind of coin that defines a generation of collectors. In conclusion, the 1968 on mint mark quarter dollar, valued today at a stunning $75,000, is one of the most unique and mysterious coins to ever surface in American coinage. Its anomalous mint mark defies conventional logic, making it not only incredibly rare, but historically fascinating. It challenges our understanding of mint operations, raises unanswered questions about mid-century production processes, and stands as a remarkable example of how a small, unexpected detail can lead to a monumental discovery. For collectors, dealers, and investors alike, this coin is more than a quarter. It's a treasure, a conversation piece, and potentially a once-in-a-lifetime find.